at first, before the abuse started, there were things that were happening at his house that shouldn't have happened. Like I was able to drink because he would have parties and I could drink I could drink at his house and I could get drunk and I'm spending the night here anyway and my mom's never going to know. And so, but nothing's happening. I feel safe. I just feel like I'm at my friend's house that I could do stuff at that I want to do that
he's preparing me for life.
Yeah, whatever. But it started to become where I think he was using, alcohol and being intoxicated to really, like, for lack of better words, loosen me up into being out of my mind and being able to take advantage of those situations. And
did he use another drug more than alcohol?
There were, I can't confirm nor deny what went on, but there was it got really dark. It got really, really dark. And so I was living through that with no escape or anything. And we had gotten the call that Drake and Josh was getting picked up. And there was a role, they were going to recast the dad on the show. And so there was an open role for a guy about his age. And he was like, oh, you got to convince the network. Like, that would be a great role for me. Like,
No way.
Yeah, like I could play the dad on the show and that's a great role. And you need to convince the network that I could be, and in my mind, I'm like, bro, you're not coming anywhere near. Like, that's my show now. Now I can say what happens. Like, it's Drake and Josh. Like, that's my show. Like, I can tell the network, you're not coming anywhere near that show. But how do I tell the network, hey, I don't want this person to be a part of the show because blah, blah, blah. And I don't know why or how. I don't remember the exact conversation. I remember the exact conversation. I don't know the catalyst or why. I just finally exploded. And there were moments prior where out of nowhere, my mom would say, oh, Brian's coming to pick you up. I'm like, I don't have an audition. I don't want to go there. Why is he coming here? And she's like,
what's going on?
What's that? And my girlfriend at the time, just so many red flags were going up. He would just show up to my girlfriend's house. I would say, oh, I don't want to go hang out. But then he would just show up at the house because we were doing a lot of extracurricular activities. We'd go to Disneyland with him and his friends, and we were doing all these other things and going to dinners and all of this, parties and everything. And my girlfriend was going, why is this person so attached to you outside of work and what is going on? And her mom did not like it at all. And there was one time when I was supposed to go to Disneyland with him. And I had started spending a lot of time at my girlfriend's house. And I just felt safe there. Like that was
of course
somewhere I felt safe. Her mom was very, very protective over me. We had a really, really great relationship, and my girlfriend and I were just best friends. I'm gonna start crying. Oh, wow. But we were best friends, like just inseparable, she and I. And so I felt really, really comfortable. Thank you. Thank you.
No.
So I started feeling...
Thank you about confidence. Thank you about all this. I know that it's really, really tough to talk about this. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Because I know that there's so many people watching outside, parents and kids and everybody saying this still happen.
Yeah.
Kids are afraid about that, but sorry about the interruption.
But no, and so, we loved the same music. We loved the same movie. We just were so connected. And I think at that age, that's your whole world,
yes.
you know? And so
And do you think she felt what was going on?
100%. We knew each other. We were so close and connected, she and I, that she 100% knew. And I was so close with her mom too, that they knew something was going on. Something was up. And also seeing changes in my behavior and my mood swings and anger issues and all of this. And there was just something going on. Well, there was one night when I was supposed to go to Disneyland, and I didn't want to go. I just wanted to stay at my girlfriend's house. I wanted to be with her. I wanted to watch movies. I wanted to
keep safe.
I just wanted to be, and also I wanted to be with her, you know? And wow, it's really hard to talk about her. So he started calling my phone saying, hey, I'm gonna come pick you up at your girlfriend's house, and we're gonna go to Disneyland. And I just ignored. And he started calling. I mean, I actually talked recently with her.
And he never invited her?
No. The very few times I talked to her recently, and she reminded me of very few times that we did something all together, like going to a dinner party at a friend's house, or I can't remember what the other situations were, but she mentioned to me, she's like, do you remember that time when we went with him to this place and this happened and we went to and I was like, wow, there's a lot that I've blocked out that I don't remember. And she was bringing up all of these times, and she goes, do you remember that time he called my house 100 times? And actually I forgot about this, but she had gotten so angry that she went and she ripped the phone. I didn't get there yet. So he's calling my phone. I'm ignoring it. Well, he had my girlfriend's home phone number. So he started calling the home over and over and over. And she went and ripped the phone out of the wall. And it was at that point that she was like, what is going on? Like, you need to tell me what's happening, what's going on, what's happening, what's going on. And her mom came out and said, hey, Drake, can I talk to you in the kitchen for a second? I was like, sure. So we go in the kitchen. She shuts the door. And she goes, so what's going on? I'm like, what? She goes,
this is not normal.
This is not normal. You're my daughter's young boyfriend. Like, this isn't normal. Is there something, you want to talk about? Is there something? And at that time I was so scared, and I was like, no, there's nothing going on. She's like, well, my girlfriend had her dad had gotten brain cancer and tragically passed away not too many years prior to this. And so she had a therapist that she was going to. So she's like, we're going to take you to to her therapist tomorrow, and just sit down with him, and if you feel like saying anything, then but we're going to go see the doctor tomorrow. So I sat down with him and was like, no, it is getting, but I felt I felt a little bit like, oh, this could be my out. Like, this could be the way that I get away from him. I can at least say things are getting weird. Things are getting strange. So I told him that. I said, everything was normal, but now it's getting a little strange. But I didn't say anything had happened.